Hello friends, let's start another problem of the array, and the problem is indexes of subarray sum. Let's read the question. Given an unsorted array containing only non-negative integers, means here we have an unsorted array that is containing non-negative integer. Your task is to find a contiguous subarray whose sum equals a specified value target. You have to find a contiguous subarray and whose sum is equal to a value target. Okay, means you have given a array that is unsorted and you have to find a subarray whose sum should be equal to target. Okay, you need to return one based indices of the leftmost and the rightmost element of this subarray. Means question said that you have to assume that this array is one based index. Okay, and you have to return the subarray which is uh, first subarray, not any array. You have to return the first subarray whose sum is equal to target. Okay, let's suppose in this example, here if we take 1, if we take the 1 plus 2, it's give 3, 3 plus 3, it's give 6, and 6 plus 7, it will give 13, which is greater than the target value. So we can't take this sub array as our answer. Okay, let's suppose uh, move from index 2, means from here. Okay, if we 2 plus 3, 2 plus 3 5, 5 plus 7 12, 5 plus 7 12. So this sub array contain the sum which is equal to target, and this sub array is our first sub array. So this is our answer, and here answer is what? The index of the 2 is 2 because it is one based index array. Okay, and the index of 7 is 4. So we have to return the index of the first element and index of the second element, that is 2 and 4. Okay, uh, if we move from 3, so 3 7 plus 3 10, and 10 5 15, which is not equal to our sub array. If we further move from here, 7 5 is equal to 12, which is equal to target, but this sub array is not our first sub array, so we can't take this as our answer. Okay, we take uh, this sub array as our answer. Okay, so to solve this question, I think sliding window is very good to use it here. Okay, let's understand this with an example. Okay, and we know that in the sliding window concept, here we have to take I and j, two pointers. We have to take two pointers, and both pointer take at 0 index. Okay, our question in our question, it is assumed that the array should be one based index, but we take it as a 0 based index, and in our answer do 1 plus, so that we make it as a one based index. Okay, so for that we have to simply do that here is the one, I is 0, I is at 0 and j is at 0. Okay, so here we have to take a variable that is sum. Okay, to iterate when we iterate the array to find whether the sum is, yeah, equal to our target or not. Initially take the sum as 0. Okay, so our I and j is at the index 0. Okay, so simply first of all we have to move our j, and j is our at the index 0, so simply add it into sum, so we get 1. We get 1 means j is at 0 index, and we have to sum the value at the 0 index to the sum. So here sum is less than 12 means target, so simply I have to do what, move the j to the index 0. Okay, move the j to the index 0, and then add 2 in the sum, and it will give 3, and which is again less than the target, so we have to again move the j to the next index. Okay, and at the index 2 the element is 3, simply add 3 to the sum, 3 3 6, it will give 6. Okay, and 6 is again less than 12, so we have to again move the j to the next element, to the next index. Okay, and here at the index 3 the element is 7, and 6 plus 7 13, 13, and which is greater than the target. And in this situation we have to do what, uh, we have to move I forward and subtract the value that I have, means at the index I have, from the sum. Okay, so simply you have to move I to the next index, and when you move, when you move, before moving you have to subtract the element which is previously present at the I, means you have to subtract 1, so it will 12. Okay, it will be 12, and this window, this window this one, this window is giving a sum which is equal to 12, and also this window is the first window which is a whose sum is equal to target. So our answer is that in the answer, in the vector answer, we have to simply push push the value I, push the value of I and j, which is index 1 and 3, but we know that in the question the index array is one based index, so simply I have to do what, for I is equal to I plus 1, I plus 1. Okay, to make it index 1, and j is equal to j plus 1. Okay, to make it index 1. So this is our answer, which I have to push it a vector. Okay, and if sum is equal to, simply I have to push these two things into the array, and if the sum is greater than the target, then in that case I have to move I forward, and if the sum is less than the target, in that case I have to simply move the j. Okay, and I hope you got the point from the example, and let's code it to get more clear, to get more clarity. So simply I have to do what, first of all make a vector so that we can store our answer. Okay, in that vector, so that was answer. And let take an variable n in which we store the size of our uh, answer, this. Okay. And take a initial variable whose value is equal to 0 and j, like this. Here I have take I and j with initial value as 0. Okay, I and j index, and one variable, that is sum, to store the value of each when we iterate the array, so to add the each value of the array. Okay, to add it. And here we are using a simple while loop to do the question, where j is less than n. Why we do this? Because if j is greater than n, here n is what, here n is equal to 5. Okay. Okay, here we am using the while loop, and where j is less than n. Yeah, so j is at initially at the 0 position. Okay, and after that I am doing here sum plus equal to array of j. Array of j means simply I am doing what, let's suppose initially the j is at the I and j is at the 0. So simply the first step that I have done that, simply add the 1, to the sum, means initially the value of the sum is 0, and after that the sum is 1. So I did it here. Okay. After that, here I am using a while loop. Why I am using here while loop? To handle the condition when the sum is greater than target. When sum is greater than target, and in that case what I have to do, simply sum in the sum uh, subtract the array of the I from this sum, and simply I plus plus. Okay, so in that condition, when the sum is 13, which is greater than 12, in that case what I have did that, simply move the I forward. Okay, move the I forward. So to handle that case, I did this. Okay, and if the sum is equal to target, in that case what we have to do that, simply uh, in that case, when the j is here and I is here, in that case simply when the sum is equal to target, in that case we have to do what in answer, uh, push I plus 1 and j plus 1. So answer dot push back I plus 1 and answer dot push back j plus 1. Okay, and return answer. Okay, after that to move the j forward, simply j plus plus. Okay, and before that there is one condition that I have to write in this while loop, and that condition is that, and where I should be less than j. I should be less than j. When you are moving the I should be less than j. I should not move forward to the j. Okay. To handle that case, I have to use this condition also. Okay. Okay, and in case if any you can't find anything, in that case you have to simply push -1 in your answer and return answer. Okay, if there is a case if you can't find anything, like in this example you have to find the sub array whose sum is 2, but here the element are greater than 2 and you can't find any sub array whose sum is equal to 2, so that in this case you have to simply return the -1. Okay, let's compile and run it. Yeah, it's working. Yeah, so I hope you got the concept and you got the code also how it is working. So thank you very much.